Great people, this is CSCP10 Coach Saki and Consulting with Placement. We are coming back to you with another video, a follow-up video on a beefed up concentration. This is volume 3 and the video is dated 18th of June. So we're coming back to you as CSCP10 to actually continue to give you all of these videos so that you can be able to understand. Let me tell you the reason why we always upload videos. Videos are very quick to grasp on because like you just listen to the video, you watch the video, and then you get everything like information and techniques and exercises and practices that you need to apply in your life. And all of these videos that we are sharing them for you so that you can be able to apply them in your life, in your business, in your studies, in everything, in your church, in anything and everything that you want to create development. This is about personal development. CSCP10 Coach Saki and Consulting, myself as Saki Peter, the coach, the president of the organization. So I want to share these 4 line items that we are going to talk about, which is these are aspects that you must understand that in order for you to be able to apply concentration properly, you have to actually adapt to them, right? The first one is develop a strong personal mission, right? The first one is develop a strong personal mission. The second one, you've got to actually master a delayed gratification. You need to master a delayed gratification. I'm gonna expand more. I'm gonna talk more about this line item, but I just want to share all 4 of them so that you can understand and know what we'll be talking about. The third one is the protect, right? Protect your energy. You've got to protect your energy at all times, right? And the fourth one is learn continuously. You've got to learn continuously if you want to develop in your life so that whatever that you do, it can actually stay within you. I spoke of the first one. I want us to get along. Let me welcome you again. This is CSCP10, Coach Saki and Consulting with Placement. Let's help you build it. Let's help you build your life. Let's help you build your business. Let's help you build your career. Let's help to build your family, right? CSCP10. So I'm continuing to what actually I started. I shared 4 ways of actually beefing up your concentration. This is the video of the 18th. This is the 3rd video, how to beef up your concentration. I'm actually doing this video so that I can be able to actually add more value in your life, in your business, in your studies, in your church, in your family, in anything and everything that is good, that you are doing it for greater good, so that you can be able to be a more added value person in whatever surrounding environment that you're living in, right? So what do I mean by saying that develop your strong personal mission? I want to tell you that, you may have noticed that people who are so difficult to stop in what they do, they actually have a clear vision or a reason for what they are doing. A person who is unstoppable, that person knows where he's going, and that person knows what he or she wants. So you cannot stop because he already knows where he's going. So he is very determined to achieve what he wants, and he understands that at that particular moment that we're trying to stop him, it's the path that he has to go through so that he can be able to get where he wants to be or she wants to be. So people that have got a clear reason of what they want, they are difficult to stop, right? Now, if you ask yourself these 3 points, like, why are you here, right? Why am I here, right? And what impact do I want to make in this area that I'm in? The third one would be, what do I want to be remembered for? People that I've surrounded with, like, how are they going to remember? What is it that I want them to remember me for, right? So you've got to understand that the best way to develop your strong personal mission as an individual, you've got to adapt to these points that I've shared. These are strong ways of understanding if you want to be unstoppable, right? You need to ask this question: why am I here? What do I want to be remembered for? And what do I want actually to, what impact do I want to have, like in these people that I'm spending time with, right? Let's go to the second one. The second one is master delayed gratification, right? You've got to master that. You've got to delay. You've got to have something great that is going to enable, that is going to benefit you, right? So how do you delay that? Meaning that the things that you do are things that are going to actually add more value towards the end. But let me break it down to you. You've got to train yourself to choose long-term rewards over immediate comfort, right? Understand that the pain that you are going through now, the pain that you are enduring, it must actually grow fruits of eternity, or perhaps it must grow, it must give you more greater rewards. You understand? Don't stay on something that is not going to actually reward you for, right? So the best thing that you need to do, for example, if I can give it to you, you need to understand that if you are reading, like if you are on social media, you've got to read instead of scrolling, right? You've got to actually save instead of expending money, right? You've got to study instead of keep on procrastinating that I'll do it tomorrow, I'll do it some other time. You've got to study now, you've got to do it now, because the information that you have it now, it will help you. And the person that is reading, you can easily tell that this person is well informed about whatever discussion or maybe topics that you're talking about, right? Now, you've got to build relationships instead of instead of quick approval, seeking quick approval. Spend time, show love to people, and try to listen, because other people, they value that and they take note of that. And people, they like to be taken up like as important people, right? So this is how you develop a relationship. This is why you create a strong and a fully strengthened relationship with other people. And people tend to trust and that kind of an individual, right? And many successful people, they win because they can wait for a very long time for greater rewards. They're very patient, they stick to what they do, and then after that, they learn more on where they are, on what they are doing. So that is how you master your delayed gratification. Now, these are points that you need to understand if you want to reap the rewards in your life, right? If you want to understand what is it that you want to do, this is what you must learn. These are techniques that you must apply in your life in order to be very successful. Now, let's go to the third one. Protect your energy. Protect your energy at all costs, at all times. Like I'll share. Now, people tend to think that to focus is when you are actually tending to actually concentrate on something. But I want to tell you that focus is not only about time, right? It is also about energy. Because when you're focusing on something, that's the energy that you are actually throwing towards that particular thing that you're focusing on, right? So if you want to be successful, you've got to protect your energy. And when you protect your energy, you've got to understand that anything that is not in line with what you want to achieve, it will distort and it will disturb and it will make you or cause you to digress on what you want to achieve, right? Now, what are the things that makes you to actually, what are the things that you can avoid in order to make sure that you avoid, right, in the way of protecting your energy? You've got to understand that constant negativity, people that are negative, de-associate with those people. Don't spend time with those people. People that will ask you silly questions, nonsensical questions, stuff that is going to make you to be irritated and even lose focus on what you want to achieve. Get rid of those people. Don't associate with those people. And secondly, do not engage in unnecessary arguments. Unnecessary arguments, they are actually energy drainer. They will drain you, right? Avoid toxic environments, activities that drain you without adding value in your life. These are things that you need to avoid. A person that is negative, a person that will start gossiping, a person that will start blaming, a person that these are people that are not actually adding value into any person's life. They are people that are useless. They are people that can destroy you without you even knowing, because the time that you spend with those people discussing those toxic things are the things that you are going to become. Is going to be your narrative when you are engaging with other people through navigating your your topics, and maybe your topics, or maybe any engagements. You're going to use those kinds of approaches, exercises, and practical ways of talking. Negativity, avoid it. Unnecessary arguments, avoid it. Toxic environments, avoid it. Activities that drain you without adding value, leave it. So these are actually points that you need to understand. When you are protecting your energy, this is what you must do. You've got to make sure that you do these particular things that I've mentioned. Now, understanding that focus is not only for time, it's also energy, because when you focus on something, it's when you're throwing your energy on that one. All right, let's go to the last one, the very last one. Learning continuously. Now, when you learn continuously, you've got to understand that you have a reason for you to learn, and you already know what is it that you must learn. Because by doing that, you've got an objective that you want to achieve, a certain goal, a dream that you want to succeed on. Now, you must understand that people that are actually learning get to be rewarded. Always people that are learners, they always get to be rewarded. And to develop a way of actually growing, you've got to understand that habit of learning must be there. You must develop a habit of learning. I always say that 21 days, if you keep on doing something 21 days, it's always something that will take you there, right? So which options, which components that you need to learn, or perhaps learning like a sort of like departments or maybe professions that you can learn. You've got to learn leadership. You've got to learn communication, because it's part of you. You need to lead as a person. Communication in a relationship, you must be able to communicate. In business, you've got to understand how leadership works in business, and communication, how does it work. And then you've got to understand technology, and everything nowadays is very tech-wise, right? You've got to be tech-savvy. You've got to understand how to use, you've got to have that computer literacy. Understand how to capture, how to type, how to visit website in your own PC, right? And those are things that you must be learned on. You must be able to learn. And you've got to understand spiritual growth is a key to your life. Understand what makes you click today, what makes you to wake up, what makes you to click, to be able to go out there and be a go-getter and all of that. Spiritual growth is a key in your life, right? Now, you need to understand that a person who never stops learning becomes increasingly valuable, right? CSCP10, let's help you build it. Thank you. These are actually points that you need to understand as you are learning. These are actually ways of understanding when you want to be able to boost up your concentration. You need to apply all of these things that I've shared on this video, and make sure that you apply them in your life, because an information that is not being utilized, it becomes futile in a person. So let's help you build it. May you have a blessed one. Thank you. Bye-bye.